week, I want to talk to you about beginning again, starting again. I can tell you that, I am a master life coach. I have tons of clients. I have lots of goals. I have multiple coaches myself. And even I, fall back. I fall down. I stop and I get frustrated and then I want to break through and start again. Now, luckily, before, when I first really started doing what I do now, I'd fall off the wagon, say, fitness or food. I'd be gone for a year or two, where I come back. Now, especially when I travel, it's hard to kind of stay consistent. So I'll fall off for like a few days or maybe a week and then get right back on the wagon, especially after, travel and stuff like that. But the thing is, the quality of your life is not determined by how awesome you're doing when you're in the flow, right? Because when you get in that state where everything's going great, everything's going wonderful, that's great. Really, the quality of your life is determined by your ability to pick yourself back up and really get back into that state, because you're going to get knocked off. Life is going to interrupt you. There will be unexpected things that come your way that you did not see coming. And ultimately, you want to learn how to navigate and manage the uncertainty and the unexpected in life and set yourself up to win. So really what you want to look at is, if you're kind of, maybe you stopped exercising or got off an eating pattern or something's not going the way it used to be going in your life, the good news is all you got to do is try again and start again and begin again. The past is gone. Right here, right now, you can begin again. It's powerful to begin again, because here's what's interesting. You don't need to do it all at once. You just got to do one thing today that helps you move in the direction that you want to go. So for me, my physical fitness routine is very intense. I work out about 3 hours a day. I do an hour of morning cardio and 2 hours in the afternoon at the gym. Now, when I travel, that gets messed up sometimes, and I could really fall off my eating patterns. I can really fall off my workout patterns. And usually I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, 4:45 a.m. in the morning. But when I come back, I know that sometimes if I get knocked off, just getting up and doing cardio in the morning is the most important thing, and not my peak performance state, but really just doing it. And so it's about being easy on yourself and knowing that you may have gotten gone super far and then got knocked off, but don't measure yourself towards that. Measure yourself towards what you're doing today. You can get momentum in your life with health and wellness and well-being and in your business and with your relationship. All you gotta do is go to those habits that you've already figured out that make you successful. So for me, it's super, super simple. When I get out of my exercise pattern, there's two things that I do to really make sure that I get back into those things. So the number one thing I do is I prep the night before. So I make sure I go to bed, if I'm getting up at 4:30, I'm usually in bed by 9 o'clock at night, 9:30. So I go to bed on time and I have all my stuff set up the night before so that when I wake up the next morning, I don't have to bumble around and really, I can get out the door and be fast. So that's the number one thing that I do, is I set myself up the night before to win. The second thing that I do is I actually get up the next day. It doesn't matter if I have to pull myself out of bed, but I just get my butt out of bed and I start my day and start my process. It doesn't matter to just stand there, 4:30 in the morning, just gather myself for a moment because it's, so early. But it gets you start back in that momentum. You know what's interesting? You do that the first day, or the first day you come back off sugar, the first day you get back into the gym, it's hard. The second day gets easier. The third day gets a little bit easier. The fourth day gets even easier. Next thing you know, it's 2 or 3 weeks later, boom. And all of a sudden you're back into that normal natural flow where it's just like second nature again. So I want to encourage you today to get back up, get back into those habits, set those boundaries, and really just do the 1 or 2 things that tilt you in the direction of where you want to go. You don't have to do everything all at once. You don't have to have these huge standards, but if you can just, for me, if it's just get up in the morning. If you're not a crazy person like me, gets up at 4:30 in the morning because they want to, not because they have to, get up a half an hour earlier or an hour earlier and really just exercise, move. You don't have to do crazy cardio, gym cardio like I do. You can go out and just walk, but just start moving in that direction towards the goal that you want. And over time, if you make a consistent daily effort towards this process, you're going to be so blown away with how much progress and momentum you can make over a very short period of time. So you might be watching this video over on Facebook or over on YouTube. I'd encourage you to come on over to thedailylove.com and below this video, leave a comment and let me know how you're going to set yourself up and the 1 or 2 things that you're going to do to tilt the momentum of your habits in the direction of what you want to do. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be all at once, just the 1 or 2 things that you can do to tilt it in the right direction. And on top of that, if you have started again where you completely messed up and you've had success with that and you got back to your momentum, I'd love for you to also leave a comment below the blog and let us know your success strategies, because your success can help someone else get started. I firmly believe here at The Daily Love that together we can grow into who we're meant to be. My deepest wish, as always with Daily Love TV, is for you to get out there, take action, and make it real. We'll see you next week.